race number 4 in their Contender Truck Series at Iowa. Please jump off the track after the driver's meeting is complete. Tonight will be a total of 120 laps. We're going to have no stage break, one fast repair for just set the tires. A few things to note: the only black flags that will be cleared are passing the yellow to red cars directly into the pits. We will not clear black flags for speeding through pits or unsafe interior exit. During the restarts, keep the pack tightened up. Laying back to jump to start will result in a penalty. And when taking the green flag, you must maintain your line to cross that stripe. After the yellow flag is out, you safely made it through any wreckage. Please catch up to the pace car immediately if you're delaying others. And when cycling through green flag stops, say to the radio what your intentions are to allow others to move around you. Good luck. Have some fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DES Contender Series here at Iowa Speedway. We got 120 laps. I'm here with Edwin Warren and as a fellow broadcaster and Damon as a producer. How are you doing, Edwin?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just here ready to watch this beautiful show here at Iowa. It's the fourth race of the season for these guys. The points are still really tight out there for all these contender guys, so it's going to get real interesting real fast.
Yes, sir. And we're going to take a look at our starting grid. 91 of Noah Seal starting at first. Dylan Hinton, 81 starting at second. Nicholas Lamb in the 50 starting at third. Aaron Underhill in the 21 starting at fourth. That'll do it for row number 2. Row 3, Austin Knight in the 7 starting at fifth. Donald Ristow in 25 starting at sixth. Nicholas Steele in the 10 starting at seventh. Brandon Cotton in the 71 starting at eighth. 97, Jamie Howe starting in ninth. Ryan Godfrey in the 12 starting in 10th. Row number 6, 82 of Jacob Akers starting in 11th. And Paul, Edward, you might have to correct me, Midzikria in the 47th starting at 12th. Eric Robinson in 83 starting at 13th. Mitchell Schaefer in the 46 starting in 14th. Kevin Stanley 95 starting 15th. Michael Kidd in the 66 starting 16th. Jonathan Medlin 16th starting in 17th. Judson Curtis in 29 starting in 18th. Jamie Howe 98 starting at 19th. Hunter Davis in 88th starting at 20th. Brandon Hinton 5 starting 21st. Stetson Williams at 34 starting 22nd. Chris Wagner 57 starting 24th. And Craig Nolan 63 starting in 24th. Ed Warren 11th, 25th. Oh, I think it's our broadcaster. Jeffrey Turbot 44 starting in 26th. Jonathan Geis 32 in 27th.
Yeah, out of that starting lineup, just to clear it up, the 5, the 11, the who else? The 29, the 32, the 88, they are not in this race. They're premier drivers. They were just in here to practice a little bit.
Have some fun, get themselves a little bit warmed up. And we are 1 to green this time by.
Who you got your eye on here today, Mr. Ben?
So there's a few things I'm going to look out for. Right now, I'm going to look over pace-wise. Last time he was on track, Noah Steele. He had a great pace with Jackson Byes, and he finished in second, but he messed up his pit entry going into his pit stall. And Dylan Henry, 81, I think those two guys are going to be something to look out for tonight.
Yeah, I have to agree. I was going to say Dylan and Aaron Underhill. They're really good at this type of tracks, but I'm going to throw out a curveball there. Ryan Godfrey in the back, longtime teammate of John Crosby, who dominated this track every time we came here. So he's definitely learned a thing or two from him. So I look to see him moving towards the front.
And pace car is off. We're back in a good green here at Iowa. And green flag is out.
Oh, a check up in the front. 47 goes around. 82 goes around. Bunch of people involved already. That looked like Paul Majivska got ran into back.
We'll take a look because this is obviously the start race, so sometimes a little bit too much thought on these starts will send you around. So we'll see what happened here. Yeah. Oh, yep. Got tapped in the rear by the 46.
Yeah, the outside line got stacked up and didn't go. I think somebody up there spun some tires, and the 46 just didn't realize it in time and ran right into the back of him.
Yeah, it was like, honestly, I think the car right in front of him. So, and that's unfortunate. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Iowa.
And we
Usually-
are back right now. Noah Steele still leading. Dylan Hinton, Nicholas Lamb, Austin Knight, Aaron Underhill. That's your first swap for position right there. Austin Knight was able to get that jump, but now he's got to battle from the outside line. And it looks like the 81 is not getting up there quite as well. That's going to allow Noah Steele to get a massive lead, pull up right in front. Good clean start from everybody just then. Nice little voice crack from myself.
Hey, it happens. But yeah, Noah Steele was already a half a second out. So it's going to be. I want to know whether or not it's going to be a smart strategy from him. But I mean, you never know. Like it's now almost a whole second. So yeah, right now he has a very comfortable gap to second place, and whether or not they are able to make it all the way around cleanly without any problems, I think they'll be doing okay, but single file for most of the top 10. A little bit of shuffle here and there.
We got a car going backwards right now. Nicholas Lamb, some sort of an issue, and now he's heading in the wrong direction, but he's going to try and sail it on that outside.
Yeah, him sitting on the outside, I don't know whether or not that's a wise decision. He got a little bit loose.
That's one thing. And then Turbin going around in the back.
We're staying green.
That's the thing these guys have to remember is on exit of turn 4, there's, if we watch the leader right now go through that area, you'll see right there's right in that restart zone, there's a little bump that just kicks them up. And if you're on the throttle in the wrong way in that area, it's going to snap you around.
It just, with tracks with bumps, it's just so easy for the car just to get, or truck in this instance, to get unsettled. Jeffrey Turbin coming back onto the track in not a very good spot. Yeah, you see again Nicholas Lamb getting loose on the high side once again. So, yeah, I think a lot of your cautions tonight may come from turn 4 for these green flag runs. So, what do you think, Edwin?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be turn 4. That's going to be their biggest crippling thing. In the middle of the run, the car gets the truck gets real tight, so they don't have to worry about it as much. But as you wear those tires down, and on green tires, that bump is a killer. So we're going to see a point where everybody seems to have figured it out, and then all of a sudden, they're all not going to have it figured out again. As we've got a pass for P3, Jameson Howell in the 97, even though it says Jonathan Howell, that's his twin brother, he is going to move up to the P3 position. And Ristow is also going to be shooting it under Aaron Underhill.
Yeah, with long runs, it's going to be a tail game of who's going to be doing a better job of taking care of the tires, making sure that they're, not over, pushing so hard to where they're going to have anything towards the end of the run, because short tracks, very notorious for burning your stuff up really quick.
I'm going to have to say, I think Aaron Underhill is sandbagging potentially to save his tires right now, because he's heading in the wrong direction, and he is known for being pretty good here, too.
Yeah, but as we said right now, it's all about the consistency of what you're able to do. So, Aaron Underhill, currently sitting in 5th place, is pretty, honestly, if he's able to stay here, very stable position. I don't think he has too much to worry about it, because I think long run it's going to be in favor for him to be able to get all these positions back. As Jameson Howell is now up to 2nd, passing Dylan Hinton.
But he's got a large gap to overcome to get to Noah Steele, almost 2 seconds. Noah Steele is checking out, and it may seem like he's burning up his material doing that. When these guys get to fighting, it allows him to move away from them. So he's actually probably got the easiest going tires right now.
Yeah, I'll agree to that too. And main thing about with Noah Steele is watch his line. He's entering very shallow. A lot of these guys entering turn 1, taking a very steep angle. And so if you're we're watching on board,
Oh, you see that on the on-car camera right there? He hit that bump. You saw it, right?
Yep. The very shallow entry going into turn one. Most of these guys, they'll, like, from what I'm seeing so far, is a little bit steeper angle than this. And even into turn three, like, it's basically just flat, like, I don't even know how to pronounce or say this. It's just, gosh, the angle he has is just so shallow, it's insane.
Our leader's pulling up to his first green flag lapper. It's going to be Jonathan Medlin. Medlin putting in the effort to learn these harder tracks. He's trying to develop his skill, and he's doing the right thing. He's getting right out of the way. He's here to learn. He's not here to ruin someone's day.
Honestly, no, it's still a very good person to watch right now if he's able to get back up behind him. Watch his line, figure out the pacing behind him. So I think a very good person to be behind. As Bentley has.
Oh, he gets bumped.
Get bumped by Jamison Howell.
Jameson Howell said, "Hey, man, I didn't like that you ran the bottom right there. Get out of my way."
Got a little bit loose, but Medlin's still staying high, trying to stay out of the way as best he can.
And that's all he's doing, is he's trying to make sure he's not ruining anybody's day. And, you know, some people just, they think if you're behind like that, you should just pull off the track and let everybody by you, then start going. Well, you can't do that. It's a race. You got to race.
I don't think it's a no hard, no foul situation, but again, nobody got wrecked. Nobody race was ended because of the bump. But I feel like it's a little message from how to say, just, you know, stay out of my line.
Now, one thing I want to call out that's interesting, the guys running at P2 and P3 are both second-generation drivers. Okay, Jamison Howell, son of Jamie Howell, a longtime veteran of DES. He's that guy's son. And then you got Dylan Hinton, who's Brandon Hinton, the 5-time champ of DES. He's his son. And his son is one of those 5 championships as Hinton Motorsports. So those guys know what they're doing. They've got great mentors, and they're showcasing it right now, running second and third. But they got to overcome that Noah Steele guy.
Yeah, 2 seconds out with 24 laps in. You got to wonder what it's going to take to either catch up or beat him. Right now, it's I think it's going to be down to tire and fuel strategy at this moment. So we're going to wait and see what their mindset is going into this race as far as trying to beat him. Right now, we got a pass for third. Aaron Underhill going underneath. No, fourth, my bad. Aaron Underhill passing Ritzow.
That's what I thought. He saved his tires, so he's able to do that.
Now, Edward, let's now when we're talking about fuel and tire strategy, what would be your strategy in this race right now? Split it halfway or just run your fuel out?
Take it easy. Try and maintain my tires. Change up my line depending on what I need. And I'm going to try to run the fuel as close as possible to empty, because tires do matter here, but they're not a large difference maker because how you heat up here. So everybody's probably going to run it as long as they can. So your best bet is to maintain it and not try to lose it.
Ooh, Jeffrey Turbot had a little spin all the way down at the bottom, but everything is okay. We're still running green.
Right now, our lucky dog position is Jonathan Medlin, but he does have those other 2 guys chasing him down right now.
Yeah, Aaron Underhill and Dylan Hinton battling for third. Aaron Underhill getting the run off the bottom.
Yep, see, I believe he saved his material, and now he's able to do this right now and start moving forward again.
My main question, though, is like you see a lot of these guys just trying their hardest to push early or just try to save early. And right now, I think the best thing that was for Aaron Hill was the fact that he kind of let off so early that saved his tires, and now he's able to make these passes.
I agree. As those guys battle, I'm kind of watching towards the back. Akers is passing Jonathan Medlin, and they both had just gotten loose. They're getting real close to each other. But the thing about Akers and Turbot right there fighting each other, they got Medlin right in front of them. So that's your battle for the lucky dog right there. Unless the leader catches your 15th place truck of Paul Wojcicka, which he is in the same corner as him now.
I think it's just.
Oh, Medley goes around. That's going to be a caution. That's going to give Akers the lucky dog because Medlin was involved.
Yep. Second caution out for the day.
And see, they got some heat in it. Everybody was fine. Now the tires are worn out, and there's that bump again, reaching up and biting them.
Yep. He got loose off of quarter exit 4, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back for more racing here at Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iowa. We're back in to go green. Noah still out in front. Aaron Underhill, Howell, Hinton, and Ritzau. And Noah Still, your control truck for this restart. Your green flag is out. Noah Still a heck of a launch Howell on the inside, going to get around to 21.
Yeah,
Probably
everybody's
on
got
this.
fresh tires too, so they're going to be driving it the way they can right now. And look at that, Aaron Underhill actually able to secure P2 from the outside.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are going to be pushing. In, what? Ooh, truck got loose on the bottom.
Oh, we got a
Yellow flag.
caution. I don't even know who it was for. Might have been the 44 of Jeffrey Turbot again. Yep, it's that bump. You saw it right there, plain as day. Him hit that bump and it snapped him.
Yeah, I had a problem with that little bump at tab 2 last time we were at Iowa in the premiere. So sometimes he can be a little bit too much on the throttle, which doesn't help his case. Which, yeah, I think looked like a little
Yeah,
bit too much
basing it
throttle.
off of his pace that he was closing on Acres, he was too much throttle and trying to hold it down at the same time, and that was a recipe for that spin. But don't count Turbot out. That dude's an amazing road course driver, a GT3 racer constantly. Ovals is not his main focus, so he's another guy out there learning, trying to perfect this craft. But we're going to take a quick break and come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iowa. Noah still your leader. Aaron Underhill still in second. Howell third. Basically, none of your top 5 has changed at all. Pace car going down pit lane. Noah still your control truck. Green flag is out. And a good launch from Noah Steele. Has a
Look how
whole
they
truck
do
with that time.
Look how they do the restarts. Notice how they're low when they go into the restart zone. It's because they're avoiding that bump, man. And it's perfect. And now Aaron Underhill's got his sights set on the lead. He is determined to get there.
So these guys, no, spoke too
Caution,
soon.
Jeffrey Turbot, Paul Majivska involved.
And down in turn 3. Oh, but just
66 pushed up and just caught Turbot, and Paul spun it because he was avoiding it.
Just the slight contact, Majiska trying to avoid it. Well, we're gonna take another quick break. We'll be right back. More racing here at Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iowa. No change in positions. We're getting inside the car views. Nice. We're back. Here you go. Green pace car and diving down pit lane this time. Green flag is out. No steal. Decent launch once again. You know, it's still pulling away from everybody. And Nicholas Lamb tapping the wall.
Let's see if we get another green flag run, because they should be building up to one again.
Everybody seems to want to be a little pushy, which is fine. Every now and then you gotta take a breath, deep, calm, relaxing breaths. These guys got about 66 laps of fuel. So basically, if caution comes out lap 55, everyone should, in theory, be able to make it.
Oh, Aaron Underhill disconnected due to packet loss. That's unfortunate. He was running at the P2 position.
Got a new P2 runner in Howell and Dylan Hinton running in your top three.
Guy we haven't talked about, Stanley. He's pulled into the P4 position. He's hanging out up there. He's looking for a way around hitting. What were you going to say, buddy?
So we've been talking about turn 4, that this is probably the spot with a lot of cautions going to start. And so far, that's exactly what's been happening. Turn 4 with the bump off exit has been the general consensus about where all the cautions have happened. And so, my question to you, Edwin, is: are you going to try to take a shallower exit, or are you going to try to get the must-mile run out of the exit you possibly can? Which sometimes that shallow exit costs you some speed. So, what are you thinking?
I'll tell you the way that I race this track. I take it easy on turn 4 because I want to make sure I make it through there. My attack zones, my place to gain time is going to be down the front straightaway, 1 and 2, backstretch, and the third and turn 3. That's all I'm going to focus on. Turn 4, I'm taking it super easy, and that's what I think a lot of them are kind of transitioning to.
So, in which sometimes if you're on the outside, like we see with Nicholas Lamb, about cut down right in front of the 46 and almost had, no, that was be the 10, my bad. Yeah, almost cut down right in front of the 10 car, and that almost been to cause another incident. So, right now, Noah still in the lead. Jameson and Howe about 3/10 behind. So if caution comes out, everybody can come down pit lane and take it there. A fresh set of tires, Sudoku fuel, and be good to go throughout the rest of the race. Side by side battle between 95 and Dylan hitting the 81. Side by side, Dylan hitting out in front. Going into turn 3, Kevin Stanley still side by side, could not make enough momentum to get by the 81.
Look at that. You got Jameson Howell. He's caught up to Noah Steele, so he's going to be trying to figure something out there. The big gap is between Jameson Howell and Dylan Hinton right now, but we've got a battle for the lead and for P3.
Yeah, so now it's a game of should I pit now or no? Just leave it be.
I'd leave it be. You don't have enough on your tires right now. You're not through the fuel run. I'd leave it be.
Yeah, I was thinking along the same thing, but so if you were to pit in a hypothetical situation that these guys have had, stay screen out the rest of the way. Which way? Like, when are you going to pit? Because I'm thinking to myself, probably lap 90 to about 100.
Yeah, I'd agree. Lap 90 to 100, probably leaning more towards the 100 range. Like I said, I would run it till it's almost dry. You know, with about 2 laps left, that's when I would hit pit road because that covers all bases.
Now, one thing I would like to point out or mention now, let's say, for example, let's say right now we're approaching lap 90. Hal Pitts. If I'm in Noah Steele's position, watch out, 97, and good gosh, he got very loose out of turn.
He tried to turn it under that 91 machine of Noah Steele, and it reached out and bit him.
Yeah, it's that was ended both their races, to be honest. or ended Noah Steele's race because he was to the outside, and that could have turned Noah Steele into the wall engine first. So that could have really ruined 91's race right then. But good save by Jamison Howe.
Yeah, now he's taking it easier and he's trying to just work his way up there again. Medlin pulling back on track. He's going to be right in front of your P3 runner.
So, yeah, like I said before, how almost got loose or spun right there. If I see Jamison Howe pin right behind me, you know what I'm going to do? Pin the very next lap. Because it's one of those things of if you have older tires, newer tires are going to just destroy you in a long run situation. So, yeah, if I'm the 91 and I see 97 pit, I'm gonna pit. With how close these guys are, I'm gonna pit like next lap.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get as close as possible with him. I want to remain on the same tire strategy because he can gain so much time while you're, out there running on your older tires, and you don't want to do that. But the same as the leader, he doesn't want to wait too long to where they gain time on him.
Yeah, it's a gang kind of situation, or was it? You're screwed if you are, you're screwed if you don't. So it, if you wait too long, you're screwed. Like to pit, like say for example, 97 pits, lap 90. Noah still doesn't pit till lap 100. There's a 10 lap difference on tires, so and that could do a lot here. So it's a coin flip, to be honest. Like of deciding on if someone right behind you decides to pit, like how long you want to stay out.
Yeah, you really don't want to let them, especially with how close the two leaders are running. They really don't want to mess with that fire. Like you said, you hit the nail right on the head. As soon as that 91 slows up the pit, that 97 needs to be going down with him.
Yeah, and if I'm in a 97 position in like 97, I would want to try to undercut, the leader. That's my goal. I want to put myself in the best situation. And as I heard someone say before, in this type of situation, when you pit, if you're out on the track, you want to create as much time on track as you humanly can. You want to create that gap so big so that way when you come out of pit lane, you will be like in a better position than you were before you go down pit lane.
I agree. Much agreement with you right there.
A little bit of contact. We've seen this screen between the 71. Really close battle right here.
That group is all kinds of tight. Look at them all. You got Ryan Godfrey right in front of him. Oh, sweeping across the nose of the 46. He's going to go to the bottom side of the 71 and Cotton. And now you got the 83 also trying to follow suit with one of them. Whoever prevails, that's probably where he's going.
Woo-wee. Very close situations right here. Yeah, Brandon Cotton on the inside, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong. Yeah, Michael Schaefer, he's a prime position in my opinion, because if you are ahead just a little bit, if you could just do these turns just right, and like such a shallow entry right behind Ryan Godfrey.
They seem to have got it sorted out a little bit. Godfrey holds on P9, but now he's got Schaefer trying to figure out a way around him now.
So, let me ask you this. If you are, let's say you're in Ryan Godfrey's position, are you going to try to undercut the leaders a lot, or you're going to, go in the pits with it, like a little bit after leader pits.
I'm going with them. I'm going with them because there's going to be a lot of guys in between who. Oh, Ryan Godfrey going around.
I think that was a little bit of contact right there.
It looked like it.
46. So that'll be caution. I want to say number 5.
But somebody else went around too.
Once again, 12 on 46. Couldn't really tell whether or not a shift up happened or what.
The reason why that caution came out is because at the exact same time of that going around, Akers is going around too.
Yeah, the whole lot of spinach. Watching Akers right now. Turn 2. Probably a little bit too much, but he's able to control it. And then, just really, truly couldn't. Oh my gosh!
He's chasing that, and Paul just came flying by.
Woo! That's something you don't want to see when you're, like, you see a car or a truck just like chasing it, and you're like, oh, I'm approaching it a turn and spin it. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more racing here at Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iowa. No Steel, Howe, Hinton, Stanley, and Ritzau. Top 5. And green flag is out. I'm thinking that Noah Steel trying a little bit of stuff in the restart, but Jameson Howe able to stay with him.
Yeah, Noah Steele has led every lap of this race pretty much, so everybody's eager to get by him.
He's setting a pace, and he is sticking to it. So, we're 51 laps remaining. And, Edwin, what are you thinking right now? Actually, nope. Yep.
Yeah, we're
actual
41 laps till the end. Run it to the end. No reason to stop again. No reason to care about anything else. Run it to the end. That would be my MO here. The last thing you want is a green, white, checkered. Just fan it out. If I was in Noah Steele's position, get as much of a lead as I can without destroying my material and run it to the end.
Yeah, with 40 laps remaining, 39 this time by. I would like to try to keep the pace that we've had for that long green flag run that we had earlier, and he had like a 2 second gap towards the end of that run. So I'm gonna say Noah Steele's pace that he had earlier in the race, perfectly fine. I don't think he has too much to worry about.
There's a lot of guys that I expected to be further towards the front or contending for the win, but a lot of them are actually where I thought they would be. You know, you have Jamison Howell, you have Dylan Hinton, they're up there towards the front and do have the pace to beat Noah Steele as well. So it's been a very good race so far. Yes, a few cautions, but nothing too crazy.
So yeah, nothing too crazy. Like if I'm like Jameson Howell, the best thing I want to be is just try to save my team the best I can. Try not to slide off the exits, like basically trying to burn that right front as much as I can, or the right rear. Just trying to make sure you have enough material when it comes 10 to go, you can push.
Now, here's an interesting thing, we're watching our contender series here today, but also we have our premier series racing at Chicagoland tonight. You excited for that one, Ben? Me and you both will be turning laps in that one.
I am a huge fan of Chicagoland. I always love that track, no matter what car it is, and I always enjoy it. It's a fun track. It's very unique because, and the trucks you're always gonna run usually bottom, but like I always enjoyed it. It's a with tracks like Chicagoland and with the trucks per se, you're gonna want to try to keep the air like a truck in front of you, so that way you have the draft. And 95 on the bottom, loose on the grass.
Keeps it going in the right direction, though. Yeah, the premier race is going to be an interesting one. We've had some tough tracks leading up so far, and those guys are now going to be able to race more effectively. Daytona, Phoenix, New Hampshire, those aren't that easy of tracks to get around. So now we've got a cookie cutter mile and a half. It's going to really showcase some talent. So a lot of your fan favorites will be turning there with John Crosby, Hunter Davis, Jonathan Geis, Ben Coon. We'll all be there and we'll be having a great time.
Now, like Chicagoland obviously is the most unique as far as Mama has. Besides Olsen and watching Kenneth Stanley again, he's loose in the grass.
That's overheated tires.
Yeah. This is what happens when you over push your truck so early. You're gonna get loose constantly. It's the best thing. Just kind of keep it light a little bit first. Let the tires warm up, and then find that pace of what you need. And this is what happens. Kevin Stanley, definitely a top 3 driver today, but just got loose out of turn 4 a lot tonight.
One interesting thing is Noah Steele and Jamison Howell have checked out on the field, and Jamison Howell is not letting Noah Steele build a gap. So what they're probably planning on is when it comes down to the wire, they're hoping the other guy has used up their material and they're able to make that pass and go for the race win.
The only question that comes to mind for me personally is what angle are they going to, are they entering shallow? Are they entering steep? These are the questions you got to ask, because tracks like this, what I've heard talk with Noah, he wants a shallow entry. And if you watch Jameson a little bit, he's a little bit steeper going into turn 1. So if you notice in turn 3 and 4, he's kind of like right behind him. But other than that,
higher exit and entry no matter what, though. So that's going to be an aiding in factor, too.
So yeah, we're talking with Noah and what he think and what he says that helps him save tires, at least for here. Shallow entry, shallow exit sometimes, but right now he got a little bit more push up. Jameson Howell got loose, so that's going to kill that momentum a little bit. So
Tires are overheated. He's overheated them.
This shows how much, like how hard this man is pushing just to stay with Noah. So Noah's just calm. He's not really trying to push. I think he'll be fine. 26 laps ago. Yeah, right now I'm going to just say Noah Steele, who has this win tonight.
I don't know about that. I think Jameson Howell, if he can keep that truck under him, he can get there and he can do something about it. As we got Austin Knight back there battling Mitchell Schaefer, Ristow, Cotton, and Hinton also battling for the P3 position. You got a pass trying to happen. Cotton's going under Dylan Hinton.
Ritzau, it's been top 5 majority of this race. I'm just going to say this. Words. Ritzau, if he can find a really good pace, keep this pace up for the rest of the season, I would say he's going to be a contender to watch out for when it comes down to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be an absolute threat for it. And he's really going to show up and really show these guys what he can do, because he's pretty close to the points lead right now.
And the guy
pushing Dylan Hinton. Cotton pushed him into the corner, and it didn't work out the way he wanted to. It actually allowed Hinton to get a little bit of a gap.
That's a ballsy strategy, if I may, because that pushing somebody into the turn, that's cause somebody to get loose and spun.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. You could cause a major incident, but he backs off of him, runs a bit of a higher line, which allows Ristow to pull up to his rear end, and looks like somebody in the wall. Ristow into the wall.
Now, remember how I was saying, like, some of these guys take they'll take a little bit of steeper angle. That's something that Cotton had been doing for the last couple laps. Like, look how steep of an angle he was going down, like off exit. He's trying to get the exit speed. Not a bad idea, but the amount of your tires are going to be hurting at the end of this run.
Especially when you're not really gaining any time doing it, because he's not really gaining a whole lot of time. He's getting like few inches closer and closer, but not enough to really validate the move you're making.
Yeah, and all I'm seeing is just hurting him more and more. And 20 laps to go, 19 to go this time by. Noah Steele a second and a half gap to second place.
Yeah, I think Jameson did himself in.
Now, I think the one thing that kind of hurt a little bit Jameson was getting loose those times that the couple times that we saw. So I think he's in a good place for, as far as pace wise, to stay in second. His race is secured, podium secure. His points are going to be great for tonight.
Ristow losing position to the 10 of Nicholas Deal right now.
I wonder if Ritzau has some wheel damage from that wall contact that he got out of turn 2.
He's got something going on. I think it's either wheel damage or tires aren't working the way he wants them to anymore, because he is, as you see, he's got to be much slower through the apex of the 2 corners, and it's allowing him to drop back. And look at that, Cotton finally underneath Dylan Hinton, and he's going for the position. But Hinton's going to hold true on the outside, but has to get out of the throttle as he almost ran it into the wall. You know, a lot of people don't like that when you kind of run them up the track, but it's an entirely valid racing move, and that's what Cotton did there. he took that space, forced hitting the lift, and went on about his business.
Yeah, it's not a fun thing to have happen to you, and it's gonna make Dylan remember what Cotton did to him right then. So I I'm gonna wonder if we see Dylan Hinton do any form of more aggressive racing around Cotton, but who knows? I don't think he will. But I'm pretty sure Dylan Hinton probably will remember that one.
Dylan Hinton's a really nice guy. He'll just chalk it up and be like, "Yep, that happened." But if it happens again, you might see a change in attitude.
Right now, 14 laps to go, 2-second gap, and still increasing. Yeah, I'm gonna be safe to say Noah still has it tonight.
Yeah, Noah Steele's just in a league of his own right now, honestly. He's just on a whole nother zip code right now in comparison to the field.
Yeah, he's literally clocked in. He's like, all right, 32 laps to go. I'm ready to clock out.
Yeah, he put the pedal down and now he's going around and he is coming at 12 to go now and looking to increase that gap more and more.
So, obviously, haven't seen a lot of people able to keep up with Noah Steele's pace other than Howell and Hinton. And right now, like just for the sheer wear of we see Howell slide like every now and off an exit. I wonder how much that hurt his tires a little bit because sliding off exit really burns up your stuff a lot more than people realize.
Yeah, I think it put a real hamper on him, and it's caused him to have to pay attention just a little bit more in a way that he didn't think was or isn't beneficial. So, yeah, it's those exits, man. Iowa is a tricky track. It's very slick on exit, but tight in those corners. You've got to really pay attention the whole time around.
Yeah, and it's one of the trickier short tracks in my opinion, simply because of with the repaved surface that we have here at Iowa, kinda still hurts off exit because you still got that bump off turn 4.
Yeah, it's all still there until the track gets truly smoothed out. A lot of those aggressions that you have are gonna remain. Dylan Hinton under threat from Nicholas Lamb right now. That's going to be for P5 right there. Nicholas Lamb gets loose off the corner, but he keeps it going straight.
Yeah, good job by Nicholas Lamb. That it could have been a real bad night for Nicholas Lamb, but good thing he was able to keep it straight. Right now, Nicholas Lamb in Ritz outcome of lap traffic of 82 of Acres. Acres staying high and out of the way.
Akers just unable to get this track truly under him and has been in the back most of the night.
If you originally, Iowa's one of those things of where if you don't have a lot of short track experience, it'll bite you.
Yeah. It's much more of a tougher short track than most short tracks are, You really got to fight the track here.
It's one of these tracks of where you got to race the track and race the drivers around you. Noah still approaching lap traffic of Majivka. 4 laps to go this time by blocking the 91. That was whew.
In case there's a caution, being on the lead lap is a lot better than getting the lucky dog.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And we especially coming 4 laps to go. That's I understand, like, you want to say your lead lap, but sometimes you got to give it take. And right now, that's one of the things of, like, if I'm in that situation, I'm like, I'm just going to give it.
Yeah, this late of a stage in the race, I'd have just given it up. I would have went all the way to the wall and just stayed out of the way. But I can't blame him for it either because he's battling for whatever he could possibly get.
2 laps ago. White flag in the air next time by. And
I'm
Noah
almost
Steele,
certain Noah Steele has led every single lap of this race.
I am confident in that statement too. White
Coming
flag
by,
in the
white
air.
flag. Yes, sir. Noah Steele setting his sights on a race victory here and a golden ticket presented to him to race in the premier race tonight at Chicagoland.
Now turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Noah Steele takes it here at Iowa. Man, dominant race by
Absolutely
the
amazing.
91 of Noah Steele. This thing has to be wrong because there's 119 laps led. Interesting.
Who else led a lap?
Hey, your question's just as good as mine.
So I'm almost certain he led 120 of 120.
Well, top 10 results. Noah Steele in the first, Jameson Howell in second, Brendan Cotton in third, fourth, Nicholas Deal, 81, Dylan Henry in fifth, Donald Redsow in sixth, Austin Knight in seventh, Mitchell Schaffer in eighth, Kevin Stanley in ninth, Eric Robinson in 10th.
Oh, Dylan Hinton led a lap. Dylan Hinton snuck in there, took 1 lap from him.
Interessante. Well, thank you guys so much for watching our race here at Iowa. Edwin, thank you so much for broadcasting this race with me. And we will see you guys later at Chicagoland for the Premier Trucks.